Hey, so I made these today. These are some riblets. These are just some rib tips. Got them at the grocery store. They're just small little pieces, small bones. Cooked them up on the Kamado Joe on charcoal. Love that taste. Added a little bit of applewood. Used a rotisserie also. And these came out fantastic. I'll show you just what we did to make these. All right, so today we're gonna make up these great little rib appetizers. So these are just little riblets. You can see that there's a little bit of a bone here, rib tips. These came from local grocery store and just all kinds of different stuff. Here's one that looks like it's a rib that's cut all the way along here. So we just got a little bit of a mishmash. So we're just gonna put these in the rotisserie basket. We're gonna put them on the Kamado Joe. And we're going to use this with the Rotisserie attachment, which is a rotisserie, attaches to this basket. All the ribs go in there, all seasoned up, and I've got a great fire going underneath there, so that's going to allow us to get just a really good flavorful cook on there. Probably going to spin up a lot of juices as they drip down into the charcoal. I'm using a B&B charcoal on this. Started it with the flamethrower. I don't like the idea of using any kind of petroleum products in there, so no lighter fluid or anything to get it started. A little bit of a cold day. It did stop raining, so that's a positive thing. So let's go on with those next steps. So charcoal is looking really good right now. Here's that rotisserie attachment. This is an aftermarket since the original one died, but it does have an adjustment for how fast I want it to turn. This rotisserie fits right onto the Big Joe 3, and we're gonna get some good cooking done today. Step one's gonna be to season these up. Today I'm gonna use the Meat Church Blanco. This is a good all-purpose rub, really like this. And one of my favorites is this Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. So this is just wonderful stuff. I would probably put this in my coffee. So top of that basket comes off. I'm gonna set that aside for now as we throw some good flavoring on here. Now we're just going to put this rotisserie back together. That's all there is to it. This end goes into the motor. This end rests on the other side of the rotisserie, and it's just going to spin around and make its wonderful music in there to cook up some great ribs. And now we just turn it on. And there we go. Keep an eye on them until we get to just a nice tender, probably about 200 degrees. We're about 40 minutes into this cook. These are coming along nicely over the charcoal. I did throw a little bit of apple wood chips in there too. I think apple is always a good complement to pork. Hit the stop button on there. We're gonna see what the temperature is running on those. 153. 155, so we're doing well. They're going to use a little bit more. Some on the edge of there, 190. $184. So some of those are a little bit further. So some of those are a little bit further along than others, but I think they're still good. So some of those are a little further along than others, but no reason for concern. We're just going to turn that rotisserie back on. Let them go for a little bit longer. What I want to do at this point is do a little bit of basting. So I've got some barbecue sauce that I also added a little bit of fruit juice to, and we're just gonna kind of paint that over. Just gonna kind of let that soak in a bit. Rotate them over to the other side. And we'll do the same over here. So it's that time to pull them off. They've had enough time to cook, so it's time to dive in, put the big black gloves on, and grab these guys out. There we go. All right, now I gotta try to figure out how to get these little guys out of here without burning my little fingers. Wonder if we can just, there we go. Thinking that can probably just go in the dishwasher. That'll make things a lot easier. And we'll do a little cutting into them. In between each one of those little bones. And if you can hear that frog in the background, he is, I think he's hungry, thinks he wants some ribs. He is making some noise in the backyard today. Yeah, those are looking good. This is a very rustic way of serving them. Just kind of throw them out there and let people dive in. Just try to find where those bones are, since each one of these is just a little bit different. I think it was kind of the leftover odds and ends. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. Some of them, like that, are really small. Some of these other ones, really big. Okay. Guess the next time that I do this, I would be a little bit more careful to try to find packages that had all the bones more of a uniform size, either lots of little small ones, lots of big ones, just so that your presentation looks a little bit more uniform. We're going to finish these off with a little bit of a drizzle of barbecue sauce. This has some barbecue sauce. I also cut it with a little bit of fruit juice in there, and also spiced it up with just some of my favorites. A little bit of cumin is always good. I think that adds a good richness and flavorful depth to it. And then I also added a little bit of Thai sweet chili sauce to it. Those are looking really good. Got some nice drizzle of sauce on there. Lots of different sizes, big ones, little ones. This is just a great little appetizer. Now is the most important thing. What do these things taste like? So it's time to go in for the taste test. I love the taste of food that's cooked over charcoal. Has a little bit of a crunch to it. That is wonderful. I think that with the those Blanco seasoning and also that Buttery Steakhouse really gives it a good depth of flavor. Barbecue sauce is really good also. I think the fact that we added some of it while we were in the cook there kind of gave it a nice glaze to it as well. Yeah, these are wonderful. Let's try one of the little baby ones here. Tasty, wonderful, smoky. These are still juicy, they didn't dry out. I really like the idea of cooking with that rotisserie because it just kind of keeps them spinning. You don't have to worry about turning them since it's turning them all the time. I think that worked out really good. I'm really excited to cook more with that rotisserie. And I'm always excited to cook something in my backyard. I hope you are as well. If you're looking through my channel and you're finding great things to cook, or you want to cook these ribs, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button, give it a like, maybe throw some comments down in the bottom. Tell me what you're cooking in your backyard. And always, go cook something great in your backyard this weekend. And thanks for watching. Hey, here's a little bit of an update. I took those riblets over to some friend's house. We had a little watch party for a certain very major baseball game that happens once a year, Game 7. And everybody just loved those. They really commented on the kind of that smokiness, the wood flavor that came off of the charcoal. They absolutely raved about them. So thumbs up, not just from me, but from others too. So hope you enjoy them. Hope you cook them in your backyard this weekend.